Hello guys, welcome back to my channel again. So today we're gonna look at this thing called cryo sleep. I don't know what this thing is on. Excuse me, in a minute, just hold on a minute. I have to make sure that I'm being audible enough for you guys to hear me. Okay, so today our topic is about living forever. It's a quest of man, and everybody wants to live forever in this world, right? Life is so good, so beautiful. Nobody wanna go out of this life, right? So humans have been researching or busy researching on how to extend life. Actually, the human life is around maybe eight decades. That's at most 8-9 decades. That's 90 years. You cannot live beyond. Some people go even beyond. Actually, in my village where I come from, there was one old man who was 127 years old. He didn't know when he was born, so I and his grandson, whom we are schooling together, he used to tell me, let's go and see my grandfather, he's very old. So we used to go there, and then we found this one old man who doesn't know when he was born. He talks about, he used to tell us about when the white people came, the colonizers, sorry to use that word, and colonized Africa. So anyway, it's not about that. It's about the longevity. The oldest person on earth right now is maybe, I don't know, that's the case I knew, and the brother was 120. And the oldest person I've so far had is around 115, 119 years, right? People like in Greece, in Japan, live long. You find somebody who's 97 years doing very heavy job, which a person like who's 20 can't even do. Climbing trees, cutting grapes. So let me not get carried away. So the topic today is about cryo sleep. So cryo sleep, what's all this thing called cryo sleep? What is it about? Now, cryo sleep is a science where the human body is put under controlled environment for a long period of time without water, food, anything. And by that I mean a long period of time is like 2 weeks. That's a long time not to take anything into your body. This we call cryo sleep. You're put under, is it really sleeping? Your body is lowered up to temperature around 32 to 34. Your metabolic activities undergoes something called suspended animation, and you remain in that state where you don't age in that period of time. That's what you call cryo sleep. So there are two types of cryo thing. There's cryo sleep, and then there's cryogenic, which is found in its CV, science fiction. So now what I'm talking to you about is cryo sleep. I don't know, is it deep sleep? And it's a good science, because if you go to these people like who are suffering from very incurable disease and very painful, I think they'll need something like this to rest a bit from the pain. So cryo sleep is a good science, and if it's developed, it can be very useful to many people who don't want to age fast. Of course, nobody wants to age. So I've written some points about that. Cryo sleep is hibernating for a long period of time in a controlled environment. While cryo sleeping or in cryo, a person does not age, does not dream, and does not need food or water. So this technology is already there. There are licenses actually in countries which are advanced. Let's talk of countries like US. We always say like US because US is known to be the real thing, the real deal here. So these technologies are there, like RDA, that keeps human alive and well for a long period of time. I think this is one of the companies. And can cryo sleep slow aging? You know, in human we have something called telomeres. If you have done some biology, how the human body ages, we have something new called telomeres, and these telomeres grow. When you are below 60, they keep growing and your body is vibrant, but they say that your body starts to reduce, I think after 25, is it 30 or maybe 40, when your body starts to reduce. But now it's slowly by slowly, your body starts to go down. So telomeres will go up to when you are 60, they grow. Now above 60, your telomere stops at 60, they don't grow any further. And then now something new called narrowing of nerves, your heart becomes big. Now you're getting old. So scientists have a way to extend telomeres, but the trouble is, if you extend the telomeres, which are actually responsible for your aging and the genes there, is that they might grow continuously and they become cancerous. So that's a problem. Otherwise, if it was possible, we will want them to grow on and on, so we live long. Everybody wants to live long. I used to hear stories about my grandfathers, so when they were telling me there is a time in this world where people are living to 300 years. I couldn't believe it. 500, even 1,000 years. How long did Adam and Eve live? Okay. And I was talking about this thing of gravity. Now let's be very scientific here. Here on Earth, we age slow because of gravity. But if you go out of gravity, you'll age fast, unless you're moving very fast. If you move very fast, the speed of light, or even below, let's say speed of light, time slows for you. Time goes slow. You age slowly. That's why I'm saying, like when I did the video on black holes, I said if somebody has to take you to the event horizon, there 1 minute is like 700 years here on Earth. The gravity is so strong, so powerful, and unfortunately people like to go there but you won't come back. Event horizon is a point of no return. When you go there, you go to another universe. You're cut off this universe, you go to somewhere unknown. Let me be very clear about it. It's not known where it's another universe, but you go to something called singularity, right? Takes you to a singularity where you're completely crushed into, torn by tidal waves there and spaghetted. You watch the video I did, and time and matter and space don't matter here, and gravity, everything's twisted infinitely dense area where matter is concentrated. So gravity is so powerful. So it's there. You don't go there. Maybe you can go to egosphere area. I think there also time may not go so fast. Not very near the black hole. Okay. Let me go on. Let's continue then. Can cryo sleep slow aging? While in cryo, humans do not age. As a result, you have people like UNSC military personnel who routinely undergo this cryo sleep and effectively age slower than the civilians. So it's a technology that's already there. It's not that we are just dreaming to have it. Some science fiction is becoming a reality. So that's why we're asking the question, is cryo sleep real? Yeah, it's real. It's real. The people who are really pursuing this are NASA. Today, they have developed a cryogenic sleeping chamber Sorry guys, I have to do this. It's hot here and just have to remove sweat all the time. And I switched off the fan because I have to record to you this video. So NASA has developed a cryogenic sleeping chamber for astronauts that lowers the astronaut's body temperature to around 32-34 degrees centigrade, triggering natural hibernation by sending the metabolic rate in suspended animation for up to 2 weeks. So you see, it's something that is already there. I don't know whether it's only NASA that has this, or maybe people who can afford it are undergoing it. Somebody will not come out and say, I'm hibernating myself in a cryogenic chamber. Sorry. But something really, maybe in future, which can be adopted. The idea is to suspend astronauts for a few weeks to reduce resources, make long-distance space travel tolerable, such as in a 7-month travel to Mars. So you see, it's already possible to go to Mars through these kind of processes. What I wonder, if you put a body out of function for 2 weeks, whether it will be just exactly the same again. Will the heart be running? Yeah, the heart will be running definitely, because if the heart stops, the lungs will stop and the mind will stop. It's just that it puts in a certain environment, not totally out of life. So, but the question of you not needing water, not needing food, no dream, I really don't get it, how this really is done. But they know, those who are doing cryogenics, they know. You don't need food, you don't need water, you don't dream. Yeah, it's crazy. I can just figure it out. So, now, this is as far as cryo sleep is concerned. This is technology, is good, is already being practiced, being applied. Now there's another type which you should not confuse with this, and this is CV, totally CV, it's called cryogenic. Now cryogenic is very different, because in this, now I want to read for you this point, what might really, in elsewhere, there's nothing near the fancy cryogenic sleep seen in CV, either in theory or practical application, because here is now when somebody is clinically dead, now the body is taken to be put in liquid nitrogen. So it's not like a suspended animation or deep hibernation. It's more likely, it's more than that. It's a frozen cryonics, frozen, which is viewed as pseudoscience, like the process can only begin after somebody is legally dead. So this is different, and we are not near this kind of stuff, like going against nature and what just plants. But we are headed there. Maybe in 50 years, in 100 years, there's a talk around the cycles. It says there come a time when, I'm not being a prophet here, but I read it somewhere, where you can walk into a clinic in the future and you are given a dose. You say what time you want to live in this planet, you are given a dose and you pay and you are done. If it's 300 or 1000, if you really want to go on living, right? That time is coming. Medical advances are there. I'm not being too optimistic about it, nor am I being pessimistic. I'm just saying what I've heard or read. I don't know what's your opinion about that. Now, what's the problem with cryo sleep? So bodies are cooled to around minus 200 Celsius and placed in a container of liquid nitrogen. The trouble with cryogenics and cryos is pure physics, right? Our cells are filled with water. You know that. If you did any kind of biology, the human body has something called, it's around 60-70% water. And water is not just the normal water that you drink, it's water in your cellular, intercellular cytoplasmics. And there, the water there is cooled. It will form crystals. Now let me go on. Our cells are filled with water. And when you freeze water, it expands and forms crystals, which irreversibly will damage the body. So that's exactly what I'm saying, that inside your cells, that water inside there will become crystal, and crystal do expand, so it's gonna tear apart your cells. So are you gonna come back to life after you are cryo frozen? It's food for thought. Maybe the ones who are doing it will tell us. I haven't got anybody who's in this business. I've just read about them, and there are a couple of them that like Alcohols and Institute of Cryos who are doing this. So they have full information about this, but if you ask doctors, they say that this is just a pipe dream because the cells gets damaged and they cannot get back. I don't know about it. I'm not a doctor. How much does cryosleep cost? Around $280,000. Not cheap. So it's meant for the rich. I don't know, but the kind of clientele that you find they are not just from 3 years up to I don't know what age. So yeah. So we hope to wake up in the future. Now this guy is called Dennis, because I don't have to mention their names. So how much does cryosleep? I don't know. I've given you the rough figures. We hope to wake up in the future. Dennis, okay, let me mention. He's head of the Cryo Institute, which preserves people after they die in the hope that they'll be revived in the future. So the remains are stored in liquid nitrogen tanks that reach up to 320 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 320. That's quite extremely cold. The service costs about $28,000 actually, not 280. Sorry, $28,000. So how many people are frozen there? Quite a number. This science started 50 years ago, and after the first cryogenic preservation took place, there are now about 500 people stored in vats around the world, the great majority of them being in America and others in Russia. We know where this technology. So why talk about all this? This topic is interesting to some people and some don't even want to hear about it, but that's the reality of life, that we age, human age, and they die, we die. Everything dies, the universe will die, the stars die. It's the nature of life, everything goes. It has a period of time. That's how stars become black holes, become neutron stars. The universe will decay. They also talk that the universe may end 4 billion years from now. I'm not sure about the years, but since 4 billion, if I had it right, or is the time when Andromeda and our Milky Way galaxy are going to collide. So what will happen? Andromeda is much bigger than the Milky Way. I'm not saying, so you know what's Milky Way, how big it is. If the two collide, what will happen? So anyway, you won't be there 4 billion years from now. It's a long time, and that's only, to me, these things are actually approximate. We don't know for real what will happen even tomorrow. Why are you talking of 4 billion years? What if we had a neutron, something like more come into our solar system, or a neutron star explode, supernova? You know the radiation that will take place. Anyway, so let's not get carried away. The topic is about this cryogenics, cryosleep actually, and cryosleep is already happening. And those who want to undergo it, you should look for those who are doing it already. There are companies that are licensed, so you can undergo cryosleep. But I don't know what the side effects, if there are any, when you cryosleep yourself for 2 weeks without food, without water, without anything. It's just like you are not living for 2 weeks, and your body stops aging, right? So it reduces your age. If it's healthy, then it's a good thing, and if it's not expensive, because expense is something else. But I think this science will be very useful for people who are actually sick and have great pains, to be put somewhere where they can take rest. You know, you go somewhere in hospital, you find somebody crying 24/7, crying about pain. Yeah, if you put that person in a cryo sleep, that would be good, at least for 2 weeks. Then they wake up with the pain again, but you'll have taken some rest. I don't know, the body will be weaker. Yeah, because if you are not taking food, water, anything, how strong will your body be? Okay guys, this is what I had to tell you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe for more, like and share. Give your opinions about the sciences and advances that we humans are trying to achieve. Okay, whether they are good or not, they are good, if you ask me. Okay guys, bye for now. See you later. Share, like, subscribe. Let's remain forever tuned in to this channel. It's a great channel. Bye.